the mayor is having constant people around him is getting investigated by the FBI. They raiding their houses, just everywhere. So check this one out. This article is from The City, right? FBI raids homes of mayoral aide Winnie Greco and New World Mall, site of Eric Adams' campaign operations. FBI agents raided 2 Bronx homes owned by a top aide to Mayor Adams early Thursday morning, along with the offices of a Queens mall that hosted Adams' campaign operations. The city previously uncovered strong evidence of potentially illegal straw donations tied to the mall. Now, straw donations, that's what I posted about. Straw donations is where I'm guessing, I think the threshold must be about $250. So if you donate the New York City, I don't know about any other states, I don't even know about New York State, but I know that New York City, if you donate $250 to a person's campaign, the city will then double that 8 times. I don't even say double that. We'll match it 8 times. So what they've been doing is getting small donations, a bunch of people, like your friends, your families, a person that wants to have influence with the mayor. They will get all their friends, all their families to donate these small amounts so that the city can match that money, right? So that's our money. That's the city's money. That's our taxpayer dollars, okay, that the city is giving to the mayor. All right, now. The city previously uncovered strong evidence of potentially illegal straw donations tied to the mall. The aide, Adams' Director of Asian Affairs, Winnie Greco, was deeply involved in 8 separate fundraising events at the New World Mall that generated tens of thousands of dollars for the Adams 2021 mayoral campaign. We're going to talk about her some more, okay? Let's go back to the article, okay? Let's go back to the article. She is on leave from her job, the mayor's press office announced Thursday. Greco is the third person. She's on leave from her job, the mayor's press office announced Thursday. Greco is the third person associated with Adams whose home was raided by federal officials in the past 4 months. In November, the FBI raided the homes of Brianna Suggs, then Adams' chief fundraiser, Rana Abbasova, an aide in Adams' International Affairs Office. Okay. So, side note, this Brianna Suggs, she's only 25 years old now. Like 25, 26. So, at the time of this campaign, what was she? Was like 21, 22? If that. So the fact that the mayor set this young girl, because they trying to say that she was the chief fundraiser. This little girl, what she know about fundraising? Her mother also works in politics. So that leads me to believe that the mother is the one who got her this role and put her in this role. And it's like, you just sent your baby out to slaughter, because now he's setting her up. The FBI investigated her. They already tossed the house and everything. Like, she's involved in this. And I think that is really disgusting that you allowed this young child, I'm sorry, 25 years old is a child, okay? You with your big old age sat there and set this girl up for a fall. Because even if she doesn't go down, that's going to besmirch her name forever. Anyway, and it's a young black girl. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. He's always doing stuff to children. So that leads me to believe that they just used her as a front person, which is really sad. Okay, back to the article. One New World Mall worker told the city that she was asked by employees to make a $249 donation. Okay, so this is somebody who worked at the mall where the fundraising took place. One New World Mall worker told the city that she was asked by her employers to make a $249 donation and later would be reimbursed. That would make it a straw donation, a criminal violation that has already led to the prosecution of one set of Adam fundraisers by the Manhattan District Attorney, as well as a private investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office into another set of donors with links to the Turkish government. That is the article that I posted, was it day before yesterday? That was that article. Okay? Look, I didn't even know all this was going to happen so quickly. I just figured, these are some old articles that we need to go over. And since I'm getting back into the swing of things, before I can move on to right now, we got to talk about what I missed. Okay, what you might have missed, because I didn't miss it, but you might have missed it, so we got to talk about it, okay? Another New World Mall employee told the city that she never made out a check to the campaign and didn't recognize the signature on the check. Nearly 24 others who donated claimed that they made their contributions at the behest of or with the encouragement from mall managers. The Bronx raids began at around 6 a.m. when FBI agents acting in conjunction with the Brooklyn U.S. Attorney's offices swooped down on 2 homes owned by Greco and Gillespie Avenue, sealing off intersections. The FBI later confirmed to the city that the sprawling New World Mall in Flushing as the site of a third raid. One neighbor who declined to give his name told the city that more than a dozen FBI officials were on Gillespie Avenue ready to enter the home. They had all the blocks closed off, every intersection. He said it was frozen for a bit. Nobody was allowed to leave. And they came and shut down the block. They said they wanted to make sure that no evidence left the premises. An Adams spokesperson said Thursday in a statement about the raid, "Our administration will always follow the law, and we always expect all of our employees to adhere to the strictest ethical guidelines. As we have repeatedly said, we don't comment on matters that are under review, but will fully cooperate with any review underway. The mayor has not been accused of any wrongdoing." First of all, how can you gain favor with the mayor if the mayor doesn't know that you gave the money? He had to know. Greco, who is paid $100,000 a year for her city job. Greco, who is paid $100,000 a year for her city hall job, is already being probed by the city's Department of Investigation in the aftermath of another story by the city detailing allegations of ethical improprieties against her. One business executive alleged to the city that Greco solicited a $10,000 donation for a nonprofit she had founded as a condition for attending an event at Gracie Mansion, with Adams honoring the Chinese community. Tens of thousands of people protested this weekend, saying Officer Peter Liang was convicted as a minority scapegoat. Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Houston. In 2014, Liang fired his weapon into a dark stairwell. The bullet killed an unarmed black man, Akai Gurley. Liang was found guilty of second-degree manslaughter and could face up to 15 years in prison. He is the first NYPD cop to be convicted of an on-duty shooting in 10 years. Some are calling it a victory against police brutality. Jury has spoken, justice was done, send that cop killer to jail. Others think Liang would have not been found guilty if he was white. Strange that Peter Liang convicted, whereas Eric Garner's murderer not even indicted. Racial injustice. I want you to catch what they're saying there. They're saying that because Peter Liang was not white, that's why he was convicted. Not that he wrongly shot somebody, an unarmed person, and he should pay and be punished for his crimes. But, oh no, we want equal white injustice treatment for him as well. That's what they're saying. They want the white privilege to shoot unarmed black people and get off.
That the incident that took place in 2014 on the stairwell of the Pink Houses was an incident that took place between two men. The future depends on...
You don't even see them as two men, not two equal men. Because if Akai Gurley had shot Peter Liang, this would be a totally different situation.
The commitment of two communities. And we will not allow what took place, that tragedy, to divide and separate our communities. It is too important that the Chinese community and the African American community, two communities that have historically went through very challenging and difficult times in America.
It is absolutely and utterly treasonous for any black person to compare the history of black Americans in this country to any other group, period. I don't care if you say LGBT, Chinese, Irish, Italian. It is absolutely and utterly treasonous. As if we don't know that Eric Adams is absolutely and utterly treasonous to black people already. I see what they do for everyone else except us. Now that part is true. Because he got caught helping the Turkish government. And you know what else I noticed? You remember the tunnels in Crown Heights? Have you heard anything else about that? The last thing I heard was he had a meeting with all the rabbis and he didn't say nothing else about these tunnels, and we all saw the mattresses and the dirty clothes and everything. We all saw it. All right, let's go back to the article. A former Adams campaign volunteer who obtained a city government job. Okay, everybody that volunteered got a job, honey. With Greco's help, told the city that Greco demanded he supervise renovations at one of her houses for no pay. So she was using city employees to do her personal business on our dime. Don't forget that this is taxpayer money. He's giving out the money to the illegals, like water, inflating the contracts, skimming money off the top, allegedly. Let's just say, I don't know what legal ramifications or whatever, so we're going to say allegedly, okay? Oh, wait, there's more. Not just hotel rooms and 4-star hotel rooms. Not just that. He's doing their laundry. He's giving them free medical. He's trying to get them a right to work. He's giving them food, clothes, everything. Everything, okay? And then what they do, and phones. Don't forget they're getting a phone so they could call back home and tell the rest of their friends, yo, come, the border's open. Yo, come up here, the border is open. Just, if you come, I'll find a way to come pick you up. Or they'll give you a free bus ticket to New York. Just tell them where you want to go. A longtime advisor to Adams, dating back to his start as Brooklyn Borough president a decade ago, Greco has helped raise hundreds of thousands, I bet, of our taxpayer money for his prior and current mayoral campaigns. Adams' chief confidant and top political advisor at City Hall, Ingrid Lewis Martin, once called Greco her babysitter. Oh, so we need to look at her too. If Greco was your babysitter, then what you doing? When asked by the city about Greco in November, Adams said he had a hands-off policy when things are being reviewed. Greco still appeared with him at some public events, including in Times Square on New Year's Eve for the ball drop and at a women's focused event later in January. However, Greco was conspicuously absent from or played a smaller than usual role in Adams' recent Lunar New Year celebrations. And isn't that a Chinese celebration? So she should have been there. So he already knew that she was being investigated. I mean, he is NYPD, so I'm sure he got connections that could tell him when stuff is going on. Greco began as a, now check this out. Greco began as a volunteer in the Brooklyn Borough President's office under Marty Markowitz in the late 2000s and stayed on as an unpaid Asian community ambassador for the borough president after Adams was elected, becoming a prolific fundraiser for his campaigns and interests. She joined the Adams administration in her paid role soon after his inauguration in January 2022. So she had to work for free for 2 years, and then she started getting paid money, okay? Although she wasn't paid by Adams 2021 or for the 2025 campaigns and played no official role according to a campaign spokesperson, Greco has served as a major fundraiser for Adams over the past decade. Okay, they're trying to distance themselves, but she's been around for a decade. Greco worked for months from a campaign office inside the New World Mall. So that is why they raided the mall. Okay? Where Adams held almost a dozen fundraisers. Last year, the city identified a cluster of $249 donations to Adams from dozens of low-wage mall employees, okay? Through the 8-to-1 match, the $28,000 donations by mall businesses, cashiers, salespeople, and retirees added up to an extra $178,000 of city money. That is our tax dollars. $178. So the city, let's just read that again. Last year, the city identified a cluster of 149 donations to Adams from dozens of low-wage mall employees. Through the 8-to-1 match, the $28,000 donations by small businesses, cashiers, salespeople, and retirees added up to an extra $178,000 in potential public matching funds to Eric Adams' 2021 mayoral campaign. The city also identified a second cluster of suspicious donations from a fundraising event organized by Greco in October 2019 with a New York City-based appliance chain, AC and Appliance Center. The event raised $32,000 from dozens of $250 contributions. 9 of the donations came through money orders, a relatively hard-to-trace form of payment. A donor said 2 of the money orders were forged in his and his father's names, with his father's occupation listed as a housewife. So, not only were they getting other people to donate, getting, Tom, Dick, Harry, everybody to donate $250 so they can get this 8-to-1 matching. They were forging people's signatures. So that's fraud on top of fraud. Falsifying documents. Thank you, Wu. That is falsifying documents. And then the part that probably pissed them off is the fact that they called him a housewife. They just writing anything. They said the daddy was a housewife. Okay. Stephen Wong, a Chinese community leader and a committee member of Friends of Chinese Americans Endorse Eric Adams, said he would wait for the findings of the FBI investigation and believed it was a normal process for the FBI to follow leads they received. It's encouraging to see so many individuals from our Chinese community engaging in politics, but it's disappointing if they are not truly serving the people. Hell, if they stealing from the people. If Greco did anything illegal, there's nothing we can do for her, Wong said. Adhering to the law and serving society is a genuine path for us to integrate into American society. They didn't say that about Peter Liang. In 2012, Greco established a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing a commemorative archway to Sunset Park in Brooklyn, linked to Beijing as a sister city. Which reported to the Internal Revenue Service it had raised $221,000 before the IRS revoked its nonprofit status after the group stopped filing financial statements. No archway has been built. This is my new hand cream. I wanted to make a hand cream because, one, I heard that men look at your hands to determine your age. And I can't have my hands aging prematurely. And after the pandemic, baby, I was using 90% alcohol to sanitize my hands, and I was not using no moisturizer after. So that took a toll on my hands, okay? Then add on top of it, I was getting gel nail polish, which I knew from the beginning I should have never got gel nail polish. I just had a bad feeling about those UV lights, and I knew I shouldn't have got them. But anyway, I noticed that my hands was looking kind of old. And I wanted to figure out how could I get my hands back to where they was before the pandemic, okay? And so I made this hand cream. I'm really, really proud of it. So I wanted to make a hand cream that can help with that, right? So the hand cream, it has a lot of castor oil in it because castor oil is really good for your joints and stuff like that. Let's try to fight that arthritis before it even comes, okay? And it also has a little bit of turmeric in it. You know, turmeric is gonna help lighten up those joints, okay? Because I don't think we notice, like, over time how much your knuckles and things like that suffer from hyperpigmentation, and that really ages, you know, a black woman's hands, okay? So I put a little turmeric in there to help with that. And as you can see, when you first put it on, it really, really like soaks into your skin. You can feel it. Like, it's not sitting on top, it's going inside your skin. And by the end of this commercial, it's not going to be as greasy, okay? Because the grease is going to kind of dry up. But in the beginning, it gives you that nice glide, okay? It has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it. So that's going to help plump your skin up and, you know, make it look younger, okay? Just so you know, like, this really is a labor of love. Like, I really do make this, like, make it myself, like stirring it up, make it myself. Okay, I really do make this. And then, like, I searched all over for the perfect bottles for it. I love this bottle. Don't you love these bottles? I love this bottle. I designed the labels, okay, front and back, okay? I designed the labels on my computer, all right? So when I tell you, like, this really is a labor of love, when you support Even Melanin, just know all the products are like that. I have a mentor that I go to guide me and to keep me from ODing because I'm that type of person. I want to put it all on my face, you know what I mean? To keep me from ODing and doing too much. But for the most part, I'm making all of these products and formulating them myself and finding the bottles and getting the labels. It really is a labor of love. So when you support evenmelanin.com, you're supporting me. You're supporting me. And y'all already know I wouldn't promote any BS, and I'm not going to make any BS, okay? This really works. I love it, so I know you'll love it too. Another reason why I wanted to make my own hand cream is that once I would put on other hand creams and I would touch my face, then my face would break out. And that's something else I really, really like about this, is that, you know, isn't too greasy or too much that after, you know, it dries up a little bit that I can't touch my face. You know, I'm real picky about things like that. So try my hand cream. I know you will love it. You can get it at evenmelanin.com. It is called Timeless Hands. Yes, okay. It's called, I thought of the name myself, okay? It's called Timeless Hands. So go to evenmelanin.com and check me out. Like, I got a bunch of stuff. I got like face scrubs, body scrubs. I got a moisturizer that, you know, gives you that glow, glass skin. You want to talk about glass skin, baby? Check out Even Melanin for that glass skin, okay? I got cleansers and masks and everything, okay? But today we talking about the hand cream. So go check out this Timeless Hands by evenmelanin.com. Made by me. Who else?